My mother has been a huge influence. I do try and be a part of the larger reality. I feel it's been a very selfish journey. I don't think I've done any great thing in my life by just, trying to be happy. I thought rebelling is the ultimate goal of my life. When I was jobless, I did films like I thought were below my intelligence. Being a girl, people do like to dominate you. I really dream to direct someday. A relationship, I think, needs a lot of nurturing.
Hi Kangna, wish you a very happy Women's Day today.
Same to you.
Thank you so much. Tell me, which is the one woman who's been an inspiration for you throughout your life?
Well, I can't really tell you about one woman, but there have been many. In so many ways, I think many women do contribute and inspire us as we, grow up or grow older or growing up.
Yeah.
My mother has been a huge influence, if I have to talk about just one of them. I mean, there are things about her that I don't like, and there are things about her that I really, really love. So I think that's the thing with every person we need to see. None of us are perfect. Like, there are things about me that I myself hate,
Yeah.
and I don't want anyone else to take that. But there are things about me that are really nice.
Right.
So I think about my mom. She is one of those people who can, who has this spirit of making everything work. Like as a kid, I've seen her being part of a beautiful joint family. And one thing really inspired me about her is that any conflict in the family or any sort of issue, she will never really she will never give it any importance, and she'll try and take control of the situation and try and control it in a very dignified way. But I think somewhere there are many other women. Like my great grandmother was a huge influence. My grandmom was a huge influence. Being a part of a joint family, many women inspired me.
Have you imbibed those qualities from your mother?
I did. I think in some way I do have that quality in me where I do try and be a part of the larger reality. I'm not really concerned about my own little life. I try and be part of every others' lives as well. Like people who I work with or people I am friends with.
Kangna, you're a strong-willed, independent woman. You came into an industry without any backing. Did it on your own in an industry which is primarily male-dominated. Tell us the high points and how do you do it?
I feel it's been a very selfish journey. I had a goal.
Why would you say that?
Because I had, as a kid, when I was 15 or 16, I thought if my parents say I cannot make it, I'll show them. And then few people said you can't do this. I thought I'll show them, and my goal has been very, very personal. I've never done anything other than my family, which is also in a way a selfish thing, that we want to see people happy who really affect our happiness in some way, right? So I don't think I've done any great thing in my life by just trying to be happy. But then I think there are people who are doing great things, and I'd love to do at some point in my life. I'd love to do great things, in like literally great things. So if people are pursuing goals like that, all I'd like to tell them is that is that just try and brush your skills, and there is a lot of competition out there, and just see how you can be best version of yourself, and be confident.
Kangna, you've been a woman who's been a rebel because you in this past also you've spoken about how when you came into this industry, even your family wasn't sure about what you were doing, but you were, and you rebelled, and you came and you reached here. Has that, Kangna, changed?
Oh yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not that kind of rebel anymore?
Well, like I said earlier, in growing up, I was a bit confused, like all of us. Like as a teenager, I thought rebelling is the ultimate goal of my life, and I yes, I was born with a certain I don't know stubbornness, like as if I need to prove something, right?
Yeah.
And that has been responsible for most of my journey so far. But yeah, as you and I'm glad that I did. I wanted to do it in order to know that this is not what I want.
Yeah.
That clarity is also very important in life. If you don't get what you want, you'll never know this is not what you wanted, right?
Exactly, absolutely. Yeah.
So for me, like, yes, I am a different person from that girl, obviously, because that girl was a lot more. I think I was that person who would probably thought that being an actress is the ultimate, probably one thing that will give me certain clarity about my own, my own self.
Right. You know, like today you have filmmakers writing a role for you, like, Queen or Rajjo, Revolver Rani. The film's made for you.
Yes.
But you came, when you started out, it wasn't really like that. You got criticism for the way you looked, the way you dressed, the way you spoke, everything.
Yes.
So at that point, how did you deal with it?
I kept struggling, right? I didn't give up, if you see.
Yeah.
When I was jobless, I did films like I thought were below my intelligence, but I never really looked down upon them, and I've been quite I just, I kept working. I never really stopped working. I know few people, when they struggle and they don't get the kind of work they want, sometimes they tend to just, go into their shell, and they presume if they reject all these offers that they don't think are good for them, they'll automatically the things that they want start to come to them. I doubt that. It must have happened in few cases, but mostly I think if you just go out of mind, out of sight, that sort of thing happens with you, then it's hard for people to but I kept doing something or the other.
And you're a national award winner, you've done some great work, and you've not had the Khans backing you. Did you somewhere feel you missed out on something?
No, I don't feel that way. In fact, I'm glad films like Queen and Revolver Rani had finally happened, and even film like Krish, So I feel, in a way, as an actor, I do feel I've gone beyond my own expectations,
Wow.
Because after Gangster, I really, for 6-7 years, though films like Tanu Manu happened or Fashion happened.
They were far and few.
Yeah, they did happen, but and they got me awards and everything, but as an actor, I didn't feel I've gone beyond Gangster or Wolam Hai, for that matter. But with Queen, I think I've gone 1,000 miles ahead of my own.
For yourself. But as a woman, tell me, from a woman's point of view in an industry, do you think it was tougher for you? Do you think it's tougher for women to come here and make a mark? And also, it's a perception that women have a shorter shelf life here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a perception, and I think, like, I won't lie, though I'd like to change the fact, but it's true that, being a girl, people do like to dominate you, and especially if you're headstrong, and if I don't know, I do see this urge from people who want to just sort of just prove a point, and really waste their time and energy into it, like, and it is very tiring, but they do waste their time and energy in order to, dominate you and prove a point.
So it gets tougher for someone like you who's very strong-headed.
Yeah, very tough, very, very tough. And it does get tough for sometimes. But I feel there is easier way, like many women do that, and I won't like people to follow my path. I'd like.
Why?
I think I'm too headstrong, and it's not like I'm changing, and it's not really advisable to be that stubborn and that I don't know. It's just I wouldn't want to. I mean, let's put it this way. Like, I'd like to have easy-going employees, right? You know what I mean. Like, I've changed myself. I'd like people to change. Just sort of. Few women really know how to get their way. And some of them, I feel like my observation is that some of them really sometimes do put many things at stake, but they do get their way. And sometimes I feel it's just a waste of them. They don't have to put so much at stake, and they can still get their way.
Right.
But if someone, like women, can really train themselves to just get their way and not put things at stake, like emotionally or physically, because they don't have to. I really dream to direct someday, and when I feel my skills, if aren't good with 5 or 6 people, how do I expect to handle or have a crew of 400 people dancing to my tunes, isn't it? It's literally doing that. So I like to say this to young girls that you know,
Yeah.
don't be headstrong, but at the same time, don't put anything at stake. You
Yeah.
know, be emotionally and physically strong.
So, I mean, has life's experiences made you a better woman, a better actress in turn?
Well, I think it's one and same thing. Like being a better person means actually being a better actor.
Yeah.
I personally feel
Yeah.
because as and when you get more sensitive to other situations and feelings and emotions is when you are a better person for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And is when you become a good actor as well.
Yeah.
Like you do understand something which hasn't happened to you actually. With time, yes, I do think somewhere my own life, my own experiences has made me a better actor, and the fact that I am a better actor in some way has made me a better person. So it's vice versa.
Right, yeah.
So it's a mix of everything.
Yeah, right. As a single actress, a single woman, are you very guarded? And you're a celebrity too. Are you always on guard?
Oh well, you know what? It's hard to be working in such
Yeah.
a demanding industry and to
Right.
have a personal life as well.
Correct.
It is very hard, and especially someone like me who'd like to give their 100% to everything. A relationship, I think, needs a lot of nurturing and a lot of time and a lot of energy. And the sort of characters and things I've been doing, I've been so self-absorbed. It's not even
And you
funny.
also said somewhere that you don't want a casual relationship right now. What you want is something definitely more involving, right?
That too is so
Yeah.
demanding. Like a casual relationship wouldn't do anything for me. You know, like for me, like
Yeah.
especially someone who survives and thrives on emotions and expressions
Right,
and
right.
values and things like that. You know, so I like something more concrete. Yeah, when I travel to US, there is a very popular thing these women do over there. They,
What's that?
they really literally have a plant, and they keep like a relationship test. They keep a
Really?
plant, and if they can nurture it, like water it every
Yeah.
day, and they get time to take care of it, and if the plant grows, that means they're ready for a relationship. If it dies in between, if it
Really?
doesn't work, they can't get back to it. If they can't get back to it every day and they can't water it, then they aren't ready. I think a relationship is a lot like that. If you have to literally just imagine that, you know, my partner is somewhere, he could be anywhere, he could not be there. So I think the plant experiment is right.
Yeah,
But
we should
if
try
I
it
do,
out.
I do plant experiment, let me tell you, I haven't gone to my house in months.
So your plant wouldn't survive
is definitely dead.
Thank you so much, Kangna. It
Thank
was
you,
lovely
Amrita.
having you in a woman's special. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank
I'm sure
you.
they'll love watching you. Thank you.
Thank